Hi, this is Gail, the Legacy Lady, and you are listening to Legacy After Dark. This is episode 21, I believe, and the question and the topic of the day is what do you want to be when you grow up? And pay attention to the tense because it's not what did you want to be when you grew up. It's what do you want to be when you grow up. This is actually inspired by my good friend Monica. She was doing a live in a group we're in earlier, and she was talking about the fact that she really enjoyed that I talk about a lot of different things on these episodes. And this is a question that I love asking new people I meet, and I love asking especially new women that I meet that I haven't met before, people I make friends with. I love asking them what they want to be when they grow up because they, first of all, aren't expecting that question. And usually we ask it in a past tense as if we don't have any more choices as to what we get to be, and that we've already grown up regardless of our age, and that there isn't any more growing to do. So I love this question, and I love hearing all the different answers. And sometimes it sparks uh, some really cool, deep conversations. Sometimes they start something new because of a conversation we had, and it doesn't happen till later. But I love that when it happens. So thank you, Monica, for your support and interest and sharing me. I really appreciate it. So I'm still kind of getting over what was probably a cold. The kids went back to school, and of course that means everyone gets sick. Yay! So I sound extra gravelly and serious tonight on Legacy After Dark. That was for you, Monica. Okay, so let's things that are going on this week really quick. I am actually doing a book signing this Thursday at Sarah's Hallmark in Wexford, Pennsylvania. So if you happen to be in the Pittsburgh area or in the Butler area, I would love to see you at Sarah's Hallmark in Wexford. And yeah, so I'll be there from 4 p.m. until 8 p.m. So feel free to bring your book if you already have one, and I'll sign it for you. And if you don't have a book yet, we'll have some on hand. So, and obviously I will still sign it for you. Yeah, it would be really great to see you and to be able to sign a book for you. Okay, so that's this Thursday at Sarah's Hallmark in Wexford. Okay, so let's talk about this fun question of what do you want to be when you grow up? I can't remember which brand it was for, which is really sad. I feel like I should remember. Oh yes, I should post a link to my book. Actually, yes, I will post a link to the book, just not right this second. I don't think. Maybe I can do it right this second. So I saw there's a commercial at some point running around. I don't remember what the brand was for, but someone pretty notable was sitting with people and asking them what they wanted to be when they grew up. And that same idea of this future tense, like the current and future tense, and giving them that option of we don't have to be what we are right now for forever. And I love, 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 love that idea. I love knowing that what I am right now, I can change. I don't have to be this all the time, even though right now this is really awesome. I love helping people tell their stories. I love being a writer. I love all these things. So anyway, so it was this really cool commercial, and people who were sitting with him were all sorts of different ages, different walks of life, and not everyone's reaction was the same, but there was definitely a surprise. So the next time you start a conversation with someone and you're not sure how to start, I feel like this is like the best opening line ever. Like when you ask someone, what do you want to be when you grow up? They have to think about it really hard because it's ingrained in us that we are only ever going to be what we are right now, and that there aren't any other options. And there are lots of options. You can decide tomorrow that you want to be a baker and figure it out, or a plumber, or whatever the thing is that you get excited about. You can decide to do that and go learn it and do it. There is absolutely nothing stopping you. And it doesn't have to be something you go get a degree for. Although degrees are cool, if that's what you want to go do, go get more degrees. I love being in school. What do I want to be when I grow up? I would actually really love to be a professional student. So I love being in school. I love writing papers and writing theses and like defending. I love all that crap. It's not crap. But I love all of it. So yeah, like you can, oh man, like we can be anything. So how does this relate to legacy? All right, I'm totally relating this back to legacy. Part of it is that you're telling a part of your story. You're telling your part of your story right now when you answer that question. So I would encourage you to use that as maybe a journaling prompt if you like to journal. If you haven't started yet, start with this one. Get reacquainted with yourself and learn something new about yourself, because when we phrase these questions to ourselves like this, it prompts a completely different answer and a completely different emotion than when we said, well, this is what I wanted to be when I grew up, but I did this other thing instead. And we're like, about it. Like, what do I want to be when I grow up? There's like all these possibilities all of a sudden. It's this positive, like elated feeling, and there's adventure and there's excitement, and all of a sudden your growing up doesn't look so bad anymore, huh? Okay, so let's from a timeline perspective, we're gonna walk through a quick exercise. Okay, so let me know if you're with me on the exercise. I'm pretty excited about it. So when you as a kid, so little person, what did you want to be when you grew up, when you were a little kid? Okay, so have that fixed in your mind or write it down. Okay, and do you remember why you wanted to be that thing or that career? Or I've heard some kids want to be rocks, which I think is awesome. Be the best rock ever. Don't quit your day job, but be a rock. So anyways, but what did you want to be when you were a kid? And why did you want to be that? Do you remember if you were influenced by someone? Did you see someone do something who was in that profession or had that career or was that thing and made you want that? Or maybe when you saw that person, thing, whatever, it made you feel a certain way, and so then you wanted to experience that feeling all the time. So you decided, well, if I was that thing, then I would feel the way I feel right now all the time, and I love the way I feel. Because I think when we decide or we think about what we want to be when we grow up, it's based on a feeling that we experienced when we first saw that adventure, that thing, whatever we thought was happening, and we hold on to that feeling all that time. We carry that through our teenage years. We carry it through college. We base our whole lives on this one feeling we had. And then we actually go do the thing, and it's like, oh, wait, hold on a second. This is not what I thought it was going to be. Do I have to stay here? Do I have to do this all the time? Because I feel awful right now, and I want that feeling I felt when I was a kid. Where's that feeling? I want the good thing. So that's what I love about the question of what do you want to be when you grow up? Because we don't have to feel crappy about what we're doing. We don't have to feel crappy about what we're writing. We don't have to feel crappy about the way we think our lives have turned out. Because there's no past tense yet. There's no past tense until you die. When you die, you can feel bad about it after you're dead, right? Because, you'll be dead. You can feel bad about it then. Then you can look back and go, man, I'm not really sure about how my life turned out. But if you're 30, 40, 50, 60, I don't care how old you are, if you're still breathing, you have an opportunity to do the things you dreamed of doing. Okay, that's my soapbox moment. All right, so when you were a kid, let's recap. When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? Why? And who do you think influenced you? Same questions as a teenager. And also then asking, did it change from when you were a kid? Is it still the same? And why did it change? Did a new person come into your life? Did you have a new experience that changed that? And these are all parts of your story that you write down. And I'm pretty sure you can fill a couple of pages on each of these timeline moments. And I would use childhood and teenage years, and then college years. Those are all separate pages, or maybe even whole chapters, depending on if you want to be verbose and run away with the story. And then as an adult, and you could be adult years when you're 30s. What did you want to be when you were in your 30s? Did it change? Was it different from your 20s? What did you want to be when you were in your 40s? Was that different than your 30s and 20s? And so on. So you can see how these prompts, they're the same types of questions, but when we apply them this way, it reframes the decades in our lives and the years in our lives, and gives us an opportunity to retrospectively and introspectively look at how we were feeling about life then, and get to know ourselves, get to know that, get to know 30-year-old you, get to know 20-year-old you. And then that, in turn, when you then ask yourself again after you've done this exercise of what do you want to be when you grow up, maybe 20-year-old you was really what you wanted to be when you grew up. And now 60-year-old you can go and say, hey, 20-year-old me, you were pretty awesome. I want that dream. Let's go do that. And at 60, you can decide to be 20-year-old you. Go for it. Like, let's do it. And I want to hear about it. So you don't have to come back to this video to share. But I would love to hear if you, what your reactions are to this. I want to hear if it makes a difference for you, or if it makes you want to go do something different because of something you heard today. I would sincerely appreciate that, that feedback. Okay, so recapping, our question of the night was, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I outlined an exercise of examining that question from childhood through adult years, and all along asking the questions of, did it change? Why did it change? And who changed it for you? Or who impacted you that you changed it? And what was that catalyst? And tomorrow is Tuesday. So tomorrow I do legacy chat over on Twitter, which is a weekly live writing session. And you use hashtag legacy chat to follow along on Twitter. And tomorrow is Pirate Memories. So either today, tomorrow, or Wednesday is National Talk Like a Pirate Day, which I love. I love pirates. I love history. It's probably one of my favorite days. So the whole writing session is going to be about your favorite pirate memory, or if you ever thought about being a pirate, and what would your pirate character look like. So I'm totally excited and geeking out about it. I actually took a history of pirates class in college. It was arguably one of my favorite courses in my engineering degree. So I was taking this, I have a bachelor's of science in engineering, in construction management of all things. And I took all of these, I took a ballroom dancing class, and I took this history of pirate history class. It was awesome. And some other ones that were fun. So we're talking about my college classes because we're doing pirate history or pirate legacy chat tomorrow. So anyways, so come join me on Twitter if you like Twitter. If not, we'll do the same topic actually in the free group that I run, where we also do free writing sessions. If you're more of a Facebook person and you like Facebook groups, that is totally an option. And I will put a link for that in the description, so you have that. If you have any questions, feel free to pop them in the comments. And I can't wait to hear what you want to be when you grow up. I sincerely appreciate you taking the time out of your day and your evening to listen to this podcast, to watch this video, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Legacy After Dark. In the meantime, happy writing.